Good morning, Los Angeles. I'm Alexa Weidenfeld, and this is Good Morning Entrepreneurship. Today, we'll be focusing on social entrepreneurship to highlight a key question that has been permeating schools across the country. What is empathy, and can it be taught? We asked a student at University of Southern California to give us her story about how empathy touched her life and what she thinks about this intriguing question. Let's see what she said. Thanks, Alexa. I've always found that I was a naturally empathetic person. I could never put my finger on why I felt so emotionally connected with other people's struggles, especially when they were things that I couldn't personally relate to. But even so, I always found that I was more emotionally moved than other people. And for this reason, I've always kind of struggled with the definition of empathy as the ability to have experienced a similar situation and then put yourselves in the shoes of the person struggling. Because while I think this is a powerful form of empathy, I feel that empathy has more to do with the ability to feel another person's pain and struggle and desire to help them, even if you don't necessarily directly relate with the root cause of their pain. And so I guess to answer your question, I don't think empathy can be taught as a skill. I think that there are emotional elements that are intrinsic within the empathetic individual. However, I do think that there are people that are not as naturally empathetic that can be put in certain situations with certain people that can cause them to feel empathy. My experience with National Charity League helped me develop these beliefs. So during my short time with this organization, I found that I really didn't like the way charity was being conducted because instead of helping us empathize with the people that we were giving donations to, we were just simply packing lunches and shipping them off or making blankets and shipping them off. So in some ways, I don't really blame the people in this organization because if you can't directly meet the people that you're trying to help or hear their stories firsthand, you're not going to be able to sympathize or empathize with them as easily. But regardless, I didn't like what I was seeing, so instead I left and began teaching music at Boys and Girls Clubs. And I instantly fell in love with it. I felt a deep empathy, which coupled with my growing love for the kids kept bringing me back week after week after week. A few weeks later, I decided to bring some of my friends from my NCL days to come teach these classes with me because I felt that if they were there, they could feel the empathy that I was feeling. And for the most part, I was right. A majority of my friends that I brought, after only a couple of classes, I could see the empathy that they were feeling towards these kids. However, there were some that didn't seem as affected. Now, I don't think these people are bad people. I don't think that it means that they're never going to feel empathy. It just means that for this specific situation, they didn't. And perhaps it will take more time or a different issue that they can relate to more. But there's no set of skills, there's no rule book that they can follow to make them feel empathy for these kids in this situation. So, can empathy be taught? Today we decided no. But tune in next week to see what someone from UCLA thinks. For now, signing off, I'm Alexa, and thanks for watching Good Morning Entrepreneurship.